Hi guys, it's Grace with Grace Gets Gastric. Today is Tuesday, December 4th, 2018, and I'm here today with my week, I believe 49, possibly 48. It'll say somewhere. Update. So to start with stats, again, my name is Grace. I am 5'8", 28 years old, and on January 2nd, 2018, I had the Vertical Sleeve Gastrectomy, or VSG weight loss surgery. My highest weight ever recorded was 354 pounds in May of 2017. I was required by my insurance to do a 6-month medically supervised weight loss diet, and over the course of that 6 months, I lost 35 pounds, so my starting weight day of surgery was 319 pounds. Last week, I weighed in at 202.9 pounds, and this morning I weighed in at 202 pounds even. So that is a weekly loss of 0.9 pounds, a loss since surgery of 117 even, and a loss since my highest weight of 152 even. So, I'm totally fine with that. I'm happy with that. That's a loss. It is a smidge of a gain if you've seen my month 11 video, which just posted on Sunday. I think I was like 101.8 or something. So, I mean, it's within the normal amount of fluctuation. Not mad at it. I am slowly but steadily going down. I am so freaking close to being beneath 200 pounds. And I really think it's going to drag it out until like the very end. The bitter end. It knows how badly I want this. God, I've got this like fluffy piece of hair right now that just it's driving me crazy. Sorry. Anyways, I wanted to thank all of you guys for all your lovely comments on my last weekly update video where I talked about my hip pain. I did end up messaging my primary care physician, and they've put in a referral to the physical therapist I saw at the beginning of the year for my lower back pain. I really liked him. So I'm just waiting for them to give me a call so I can schedule something. It's possible I won't be able to get in until January just because I know this time of year is really crazy, particularly in the States. It's, you know, the end of the year, so a lot of people are trying to squeeze in all of their doctor's appointments while they have coverage before, you know, new coverage begins. But my hip has given me no issues. It stopped hurting completely on Friday. So I have no issues, so I don't mind if it takes them a while to get to me. I did run this morning for the first time since my 5K. And I have no hip pain at all. To be fair, it was not the most intensive of runs, partially because I did body pump on Saturday and I'm still sore. I haven't done body pump in a bit and I went hard and it's just everything still hurts. And partially because my exercise pants, my workout pants, they don't go up high enough. So they cut off, I think I might have talked about this before. They cut off like right below my under boob roll, and it's really uncomfortable when it's just flapping around in the breeze. So I need to find some high-waisted exercise pants. So if any of you guys have recommendations, please do let me know, because I am in the market for some pants that will go like basically right up underneath my boobs. Like I want them real high-waisted because I got loose skin everywhere. Anyways, another thing I wanted to mention was, so I was kind of, I talked about how I was like, my hip hurt, so I was kind of limping around. And I've mentioned before that I tried to take the stairs up to my office, which is on the like 3rd floor. It's like 2 flights of stairs. But I try to take the stairs just for a little bit of extra walking. But I had been taking the elevator because even when it was starting to get better, inclines and stairs were still hurting. So I was taking the elevator, and as I was limping onto the elevator, I remembered something really kind of embarrassing that I did pre-op. And that was that when I would take the elevator like up a flight or 2, so I was taking it a very short amount of distance, I would sometimes fake a limp because I felt so self-conscious and like I was being judged by others for taking the elevator up such a small amount when I should have been walking up the stairs, that I would sometimes pretend that I had a limp so that I had like an excuse. And you know, I legitimately had a limp this time, but I was just thinking, and someone else mentioned this before on like a forum, how like they no longer feel self-conscious taking an elevator because they don't feel like people are looking at them and being like automatically thinking, oh, this person's lazy. You know, like the way they would when a morbidly obese does something. A morbidly obese person would do the same thing. And that definitely kind of resonated with me. Yeah, so it's just, you know, different. Let me know if you guys have any weird or embarrassing things that you guys did before weight loss surgery, because, you know, like those little things come up and it just made me sad, you know, like it kind of just made me sad for myself and just for society, because that was not, I mean, it was obviously internal feelings, but, you know, I wasn't creating this out of nothing, you know, like people really were judging me for taking an elevator up a few flights of stairs, but they wouldn't have judged a thin person for that same thing, you know? Anyways, just thoughts. I mentioned in my weekly update, my monthly update, that I'm trying to do better about not eating shit food. Food without nutritional values that does not fit easily within my plan and for my goals. And I've been talking to my therapist. I feel like I need to get that. I've been talking to my therapist on a shirt, but, you know, we were talking in general about food and, you know, how it's my favorite coping mechanism. And she was just talking about how, you know, the act of eating is such a sensual thing, you know, it like engages all the senses, you know, you see the food, you smell the food. Sometimes you might be touching the food if you're eating with your hands, you are hearing it as you're eating it. And of course you're tasting it, you know, like oftentimes you're always using multiple senses, and sometimes you're using all of them. It's just a very sensory, sensual, indulgent experience. And, you know, it's no wonder that it becomes so addictive. And, you know, I've been trying to think about instances, particularly like at work, where I have a hard time stopping myself, and I get very in this mindset of like, I'll never be able to do this again, so I need to eat all the things, and just trying to focus on slowing down and savoring, you know, like often when you know, and I think this is true for most of us, if we're getting in like kind of those bingey modes that we're just eating and we're not even really tasting and enjoying. And so I've been very much trying, if I'm like, okay, I'm going to allow myself to try this dark chocolate mint covered pretzel thin, but like I only need one. I just want to try it. And I don't need to eat until I feel sick. And I know if I eat a bunch of them, I will feel sick. So it's like, allow myself to have one and savor it and taste it and like live in the moment of, you know, all of the salty and the sweet taste that I love, and the crunch of it, and the smell of the mint, you know, just like, I'm just trying to focus very much on really living in that full sensory experience of the food, to try to get as much satisfaction from that act of eating, in hopes that it will satisfy me enough to not be like, and now eat the whole bag and don't taste any of it and feel ill. So I just wanted to share that. Yeah, it's December. I'm a month away from my 1 year, and it's super crazy to me. I posted a transformation on my Instagram page, which are photos that you guys have seen in my monthly videos, if you guys watch those. But it's just, I'm just very reflective lately. I'm very, you know, pleased and grateful to be where I am. And it is just that such a, I can't explain the mind games. And, you know, I try to for you guys and for myself, really, because it's weird how this is both like, I both feel like this is the most my body, like the most me I have ever been, and also like, who is this? You know, it's the same. It's just the ability to have like this, it's, you know, it's a cognitive dissonance really. Because like, I look at pictures of myself before from a year ago and I'm like, holy shit, like, you're even bigger than than I remembered you being. And my sister will say the same thing. She'll be like, I did not realize how round your face was. She'd be like, even the photos that I'm like, I remember, she's like, I remember taking this photo and being like, damn, we look good. And like looking at it now, it's like, holy shit, you had such a round face. And like, not to say that I didn't look good, but it was just like, it was almost like, because I've never been, you know, having an oval face, you like didn't realize what my face could look like. And same thing with my, just everything, you know, like, it's weird looking back and being like, because I remember being big. I remember before surgery looking at my body and being like, I can't imagine you smaller, you know? And it was like, I knew I had faith in the surgery. I had faith that the surgery was going to work for me. But like, I was, you know, I would look at my shoulders or my stomach or my legs and just be like, what's it gonna look like to not have, like, what, to just be small, you know? I couldn't imagine it. And now sometimes I look back and I see like the photos and like, I took photos of myself in my bra and underwear before surgery. Someday I'll probably share them. And so it's like, you can see it all and it's just, it's mind blowing. And, you know, I think this is kind of how I always, it's not like there was a fully fleshed person walking around my head of me, you know, but thin, but kind of, there was just this sort of like vague idea of like who I was. And I think this is kind of how I always thought I should look, or, you know, like this is how I wanted to look. And so when I see it, I'm like, yeah, that's me. And it's just weird. I mean, because the girl from a year ago, like, that was who I was. That's who I'd been for my entire life, you know, for all of my adult life, all of my teenage years, you know. So, you know, I lived with that body. Like, I mean, it's the same body, but, you know, like, I lived with a morbidly obese body. I don't know exactly when I went into obese territory, but let's go ahead and say, like, it was from before freshman year of high school, right? And I feel like high school, like, that's really kind of, you're getting into adulthood soon, you know? So for like 15 years, that was me. And then to drop, yeah, you just drop the weight so quickly, and I'm like, it's like unveiling who I kind of always imagined and wanted to look like and be. And yet at the same time, you know, like, I don't feel like a size large, and you know, I'm wearing size 14s. They're all too big for me. I'm probably a size 12 now, which blows my freaking mind. So yeah. I just rambled for a bit, but still I think a little bit shorter than some of my videos. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are enjoying your December wherever you are. If you are Jewish, I hope you're enjoying Hanukkah, which just started Sunday night. If you are whatever that you celebrate, I hope that you're looking forward to that. And if you don't celebrate at all, I hope you're just enjoying December and life in general. I'll be back with you guys soon. I've got, I think I have the Keto Crate unboxing. I'm editing that. So I think that'll go up on Thursday, mayhaps. And of course, you'll see my beautiful face next Tuesday for sure. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you soon.